Hi, if somehow you have stumbled onto my very small little corner of the internet, I wanted to briefly talk, well, maybe not so briefly talk about my idea of YouTube being a very, very small creator. Anything less than well, subs aren't so important nowadays. Anything less than like a 20 to 30,000 view average per video, I'd say you're pretty darn small. And considering I average a couple hundred views, if that, per video, I would say I am very, very tiny. So, I wanted to briefly, again, not so briefly, talk about my ideas of YouTube and where my head is at. So, I do a lot of different stuff. I started out doing mostly car interviews with friends and locals in my community back in Washington. We would film some B-roll, we would film an interview portion, I would ask them about when they first got the car all the way until like that very day of everything that had happened to their vehicle, and it was a super cool way to document like the local car community in my area, as well as get to hang out with friends and make a cool video for people who may also own the same car. And then I transitioned pretty heavily into just filming my car. So I still own a B12 1989 Nissan Sentra /Sunny /Tsuru, depending on where you live. It's this old boxy economy car that, like, honestly, nobody really cares for, but there is a small cult following for. And I would film videos doing maintenance, doing cool little custom mods to the car, and that was the core of the channel, was interviews of local friends and people in the car community and filming my car, and then the occasional product placement video if I found something I really enjoyed and wanted to share with the internet. And moving to Japan, if you didn't know, hi, my name is Ben, I live in Japan now. I've been thinking about how I want to structure making videos for you guys. And before I left, I kind of visualized it as a couple different categories. There's the me videos, the videos I film just for myself because I'm doing it anyways. So honestly, the Sentra kind of fell into this category. Although I really enjoyed making the videos for an audience, I was gonna do this stuff to my car anyway, so I might as well film it. That's kind of where those videos fell. The videos that it was gonna happen anyway, so I decided to film it. Then there's the YouTuber-y videos. I'd call these videos like the interviews, videos that I make specifically just for making a video. And that was super cool because those videos always did good. They did views because it was made as entertainment. It was made for no other reason than making a video. So I had like the me videos, I had the YouTuber-y videos, and with a good blend of those, I didn't get burnt out and I still was getting consistent views. Then there's the shorts, which is a whole nother category. I could make shorts off of the long form videos, I can make shorts just for me, I could make shorts to get views and get exposure, and so that's a whole other category of videos. But those worked really well to gain subscribers, get viewership, and then the product placement videos were also kind of a mix of like YouTuber-y videos, because obviously there's no reason to make a video about a product, but at the same time, I was gonna buy the product anyway, so it was a good way to like consistently make videos. And then occasionally there'd be like a little oddball, it'd be like a vlog. I went autocrossing, and so there was all these different categories of videos that all like ended up, you know, building the base of this channel. And now that I live in Japan, I need to think about new videos to plug into every single one of those like categories. So obviously there's the me video, stuff that I'm gonna do anyways that I might as well make into a video. So that would be stuff like, you know, vlogging, going to school. I'm gonna go to school anyways, I might as well film going to school. And then there's the videos where like me and Will went to Yokohama and we went to the Nissan HQ, and like that, although we would have done that anyways, that was a video that was like for entertainment. And now there's kind of videos like this where it's like really just me rambling. It's more for myself to like track my progress. But what was the topic of this video? I think I titled it How I Think About YouTube as a Small YouTuber, and really you need like a lot of different categories so that you don't get burnt out, and then videos to fill each of those categories. And so right now I'm really racking my brain and thinking of what I'm really hoping to find soon is a consistent video that I can make every week that's sort of a series that fills the niche that I can fill, which is I live in Japan, I'm an international student, I love cars. There's a niche there. Like, there's not many people in my position where they're 21 years old, they're living in Japan, they're obsessed with cars. I have a technical background. Like, I was a mechanic at Toyota for like almost 3 years. I went through every ASC certification possible. Like, I have a very good background when it comes to cars. And then, so what's the niche? Where's the thing that I can fill and provide entertainment to you guys, not get burnt out doing? And so that's kind of what I'm looking for now. That was a lot of talking. What I'm thinking, here's ideas on the board, is it'd be cool to do a series. I'm thinking of calling it like JDM Hunter or something along those lines. And now here's the pitch. That name's a little silly, but here's the pitch. Everyone comes to Japan to look at cool cars. You know, they go to Fuji like Speedway, they go to Daikaku, they go to Akihabara UDX parking lot, they go to like, you know, they go to Ebisu, all the places you normally go for cars, people go. And I've gone to those places, I filmed at those places, but the niche that I think I can fill is the fact that I live here full time. So I can go to places that you wouldn't normally go as a tourist. And what that would be is like the more rural parts of Japan. So I live in Kawasaki, and there's a ton of like hidden gems just like parked on the street, parked in like a random alley. And so I'm thinking of like maybe making a series where I go out and just find rare, cool JDM 80s, 90s, early 2000s sports cars and then just document those. Now here, the tiny thing is there's a little bit of logistics with that. Is I've been told by people on the internet, so not a reliable source, that it's illegal to film license plates in Japan, although I have gotten from a decently reputable source that although it is legal to film people's license plates and post it on the internet, but they have the rights to that video in a sense. So if they say, hey, take it down, you gotta take it down. If they say, hey, delete my section out, you delete your section out. And apparently they can press charges if they find you've done something horribly heinous with their personal information. But I think at the end of the day, it pretty much always comes down to, hey, delete the footage, gone, bye-bye, case closed. So I might reach out to that person and ask a little bit more about those logistics, because obviously if the whole little series centers around filming people's cars out in public or even on their property and posting that to the internet, that could be a violation of people's privacy. Although I don't give away like addresses, it would just be their car, wherever it is, and like it kind of be no different than just like walking past it out in public if you're just a regular person, except I happen to film it and talk about the car. Because there's some like amazing cars just parked like on a little alleyway or somewhere over here, abandoned, mint condition. And I think it'd be cool to show that off, because that's really the like core Japanese cool car scene, is like just people's everyday ride, is like what people in America would pay $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for, and they just own it. It's just their car. So it'd be cool because it's a little bit of a flip on, like, instead of just going to Daikaku every single week, I just go, and it could be like a different city every single week, film a couple cars in that city, find a couple cool finds, have dinner, boom, video. So that could be something consistent that I would enjoy doing, that would make good content. And then I've been filming tons and tons of short form stuff, so shorts on YouTube, reels on Instagram, all that is kind of stuff that's very easy for me to bust out. A little mini series that I started on Instagram was I've been filming every kind of real meal I've been eating and been posting that with a little voiceover on Instagram. So that's doing pretty well. So yeah, although I have a small following on both YouTube and Instagram, I'm kind of starting over again in a sense, because the YouTube subscribers and followers were all here for cool Sentra stuff, and they were here for the interviews. And everyone on Instagram, well, Instagram's like all over the place, but the YouTube viewership has like plummeted, and I expected that. I have completely changed the content I'm filming. I'm filming Japan vlog stuff, which is so different from what it used to be, which is like a niche. I had a niche. It was B12 Sentra content, and now that niche is gone. So I need to find something new that I can just put everything into, and then eventually just be known as the person that, you know, travels Japan and films cars in rural areas, or does this or does that. Because like, although it's cool to think that people follow me for me, you need to follow me for a reason, and I need to be doing something that's worth you subscribing. So yeah, I think that's the end of my little random talking bit. I'm looking for a niche to fill here in Japan with a small following, and it's got to be new. It's got to be something that people are willing to subscribe for. And I think I also want to film quite a bit of talking videos about the finances of this YouTube channel, although it's very, very small and I'm making $1 every day. I still think that might be interesting for someone who has like no idea that you can even make money on the internet at the size I am now. Like if you look at the subscriptions, I'm like at what? Just under 3,000? But I'm making a couple dollars a day off here, and a couple dollars a day off Instagram, and like a couple dollars a day off Amazon affiliate links, and so like I'm making $5 a day, maybe, but at like 12,000 followers on Instagram and less than 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, you'd think I'd be making nothing. So it'd be kind of cool to jump into what I'm actually making and how that's playing a role in what I want to do here. And also, I want to buy a car here. I'm here for 4 years. I'm going for an international business degree. I have 4 years to make something out of this. I have this camera. That is it. I have a camera and I have a laptop, and I've got ideas that need to start coming out and getting views and getting subscribers and making a little bit more money so I can eventually buy a car here. Skyline, if you know what that is. Yeah, that's the end of this little talking bit. Was it interesting? Maybe? Perchance? Okay, that's it. Peace.